morning students. Today we are back with class 4 GK second session. In the earlier class we have discussed from the chapters from 1 to 6 and I hope that you all have completed it also. Okay. Now before starting the class I would like to discuss you that some of the students were asking about whether you have to do it in copy or not. So you do not need to make a separate copy for the GK. You can do it in your own GK book. You can do it in your GK book itself. No need of making a separate copy or the notebook for GK. Okay. Now let's start. And today we will start our session with chapter 7. Okay. In this session we will complete from chapter 7 to chapter 12. Okay. So the first one, the chapter 7 is, the name of the chapter is Know India. Some important facts or you have to, where you will learn about the name of the number of different states in India, the union territories, the capitals of the different states and the major official languages of the state. Major official languages or the principal languages spoken within the particular state. Okay. So the India is the 7th largest and the 7th largest country in the world. India is the 7th largest country in the world according to the area wise. If you list all the countries in the world area wise, then India stands on the 7th position, whereas if you list the countries population wise, then India comes on the 2nd position and the 2nd most populated country in the world. Now India has 28 total number of states. 28 states are there and the 9 union territories. Okay. Earlier this number of states were more because including the Jammu and Kashmir, but now as it has been removed from this, does not have the status of a state and it has been removed and divided into 2 new union territories, Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir. So the 2 new union territories has been added and it is removed from the category of state. Other than that, the capital, all of you know well, the capital of India is New Delhi and India is the home of different languages and there are 22 major languages spoken in India. There are 22 major languages spoken in India. Other than this 22, there are some more languages are there also. So the different states and the capitals have been given and their respective languages has been already given there in your book. You can learn this regarding your examination. It can come in the exam, so you can learn the name of the capitals or the languages also. Okay. Now in this chapter there is only one exercise where it is given the question. You have to write the name of your state or a union territory where you are living or from which state do you belong, and you have to specify its capital and the major language spoken there. So what are the 3 things you have to specify? First of all, you have to write down the name of the state or the union territory from where do you belong, and secondly the capital of that particular state, capital of your state, and the third one the major language spoken by the people of that state. Clear? So like suppose that if you are living in Uttar Pradesh, the capital will be Lucknow and the major languages Hindi and Urdu. Okay. So now we move to the eighth chapter, chapter 8. Chapter 8, that is the poet, great poets. It is about some of the important or the great poets of the history. The first of all, what is poet? A poet is a person who writes poetry. A poet is a person who writes poetry, and different languages have been used by the different poets. All the poets are not using the same language. For different languages, there are different poets are there. For Hindi, it is different. For Hindi, for Urdu, for German language, for Sanskrit language, Latin, Bengali, like this. Okay? So the different languages have been used by the different poets, and here are some of the poets and the languages used by them in their poetry. We will discuss it. Like Mirza Ghali, he was one of the well-known Urdu poet. Then Goethe was a German poet. Surdas was Hindi poet. Tulsidas, Hindi poet. William Shakespeare, an English poet. Kalidas, Sanskrit poet. Rabindranath Tagore, a Bengali poet. He used the language as a Bengali. Then Virgil, Latin poet. Kabir Das, again Hindi poet. William Wordsworth, English poet. Dante, Italian poet. John Milton, English poet. Subramanya Bharati, a Tamil poet. Lord Alfred Tennyson, English poet, and John Keats, English poet. Now the exercise associated with this chapter is that you have the two different columns are given where you have to match the name of the poet. The first column consists of the names of the different poets, and the second column consists of some of their famous poetry book. Some of the famous poetry book. So you have to match the correct poet with its poetry. Okay, you have to match the poet with its poetry. So the first one is William Wordsworth. The first one, and his poetry book was The Exclusion. The first answer is Exclusion. The second one, Mirza Ghali. Mirza Ghali is one of the famous poetry who is Diwan-e-Ghali. Diwan-e-Ghali. Third one, Kabir Das. His poetry was Kabir Baizar. Fourth, Tulsidas. He is well known for his poetry, that is Ramcharitra Manas. Fifth one is Kalidas. He was famous for his book Abhigyan Shakuntala. Okay, and the last one, William Shakespeare. Venus and Adonis. complete this one. I have just written the correct answer. The first one was the William Wordsworth. His poetry is The Exclusion. Second one, Mirza Ghali. Poetry name Diwane Ghali. Third one, Kabir Das, Kabi Baisakh. Fourth one, Tulsidas, Ramcharitamanas. Fifth one, Kalidasa, that is Abhigyan Shakuntalam. And sixth is William Shakespeare, Venus and Adonis. So you can complete it now. Now we come to the ninth chapter, chapter 9, that is Outstanding Indians. Some of the famous Indian personalities who had made our country proud, and one of them is Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was born at Porbandar in Gujarat. Porbandar, which is situated in the state of Gujarat, on 2nd October 1869, and he was called as Mahatma because he was a great soul, and he also called as Father of Nation. He was shot dead on 30th January 1948 by a fanatic. Okay. Second one is Rabindranath Tagore, was born in 16th May 1862 at Kolkata, and he was a great poet and a writer. And he has also received the Nobel Prize. He was a receptionist of a Nobel Prize, and he wrote our national anthem, one of the most important for each and every Indian. He wrote our author of our national anthem, and he is also called as Gurudev. The third one, the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, was the first Prime Minister of India. The independent India's first Prime Minister was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and his birthday, 14th November, is celebrated as a Children's Day. Then Mrs. Indira Gandhi was the third Prime Minister of India, and she was shot dead on 31st October 1984 by an assassin. Okay. Then fifth one, Dhyan Chand was a great hockey player the world has ever produced. The great hockey player the world has ever produced, and he was known as Hockey Wizard. And sixth one, Subhash Chandra Bose formed an Indian National Army, and he was called Netaji, and he had given the slogan Jai Hind. Next one, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I hope that all of you know him very well. He was born in a very poor fisherman's family on 15th October 1931 in Rameswaram, which is situated in the state of Tamil Nadu. He was the 11th President of India from year 2002 to year 2007. He was a receptionist of several prestigious awards, like including Bharat Ratna, the India's highest civilian award honor, and he was popularly known as a Missile Man of India. He passed away on 27th July 2015 while giving a lecture at IIM Shillong in Meghalaya. And the last one, Tessie Thomas is the first woman scientist to head a missile project in India, and she was given the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for her outstanding contribution for making India self-reliant in the field of missile technology. Okay, so now move to the exercise part of this chapter. The fill in the blanks. The first one, the Mahatma Gandhi is called the father of the nation. Mahatma Gandhi is called as the father of nation. Second one, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the dash Prime Minister of India. First. Third one, Rabindranath Tagore was popularly known as Gurudev. Fourth, Indira Gandhi was assassinated on 31st October 1984. Fifth one, Dash was known as the hockey wizard, Dhyan Chand. Sixth, Subhash Chandra Bose coined the slogan. The slogan given by him was Jai Hind. Seventh one, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was popularly known as the Dash of India, Missile Man of India. And eighth one, Dash is the first woman scientist to head a missile project in India, Tessie Thomas. So now you can complete your lesson, chapter 9. I hope that you have completed it. Now we move to the chapter 10. We move to the chapter 10. Chapter 10. Here some pictures and some of the explanation about famous Indian rulers. Famous Indian rulers have been given. You have to identify them and write their names. You have to write their names. The first one, a Dash was a great Mauryan emperor. The Dash was great Mauryan emperor. The correct answer is Ashoka. Second one, a Dash fought bravely against British Empire, Rani Lakshmibai. Third one, a Dash laid the foundation of Maratha Empire, Shivaji. Fourth one, Dash was known as the Tiger of Mysore, Tipu Sultan. The correct answer is Tipu Sultan. Fifth, Dash was a great Mughal emperor who built Taj Mahal. I hope that all of you know his name. Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan. Sixth one, a Dash was a great Mughal emperor who loved all religions. Akbar. Akbar. Seventh one is a Dash was the second to last Hindu king to sit upon the throne of Delhi. Prithviraj Chauhan. Eighth one, a Dash, he was the last of the Mughal emperors in India. Last Mughal emperor in India, Bahadur Shah Jafar. A Dash, he was a ruler of Mewar and kept on fighting with Akbar all his life. Kept his fighting with Akbar all his life. Maharana Pratap. So now you can complete the chapter. By this we have completed the 10th chapter. We have completed the 10th chapter and now we move to the 11th one, chapter 11. The name of the chapter was, here some of the pictures of some of the places have been given and names are given, and then you have to tell where do they live. Like orphans, kings, monks, prisoners, nuns, soldiers, nomads, and you have to identify by the picture and you have to write the correct answer that where do they live. So the first one, an orphan lives in an orphanage. The first one is orphanage. First answer is orphanage. Second one, a king lives in a palace. Fourth, a hostler lives in a hostel. The Innu live in an igloo. The fifth one, monks live in a monastery. Monastery. The sixth one, prisoners live in a prison. Prison. 7, nuns live in a convent. Convent. 8, soldiers live in a barrack. The place where the soldiers live is known as barrack. Then nomads live in a tent. So now complete the chapter. Chapter 12. Here you have to specify, some of the statements are given and you have to specify whether the given statement is true or false. Okay? You have to specify whether the given statement is true or false. So the first one is the moon is one of the planets of the solar system. The moon is one of the planets of the solar system. As we have already discussed about the solar system, so you know that the moon is not a planet. So the given statement is false. The given statement is false. The second one, the woodpecker has a strong pointed beak. The woodpecker has a strong pointed beak. Statement is true. Third one, the metals are found on or close to the earth's surface. Yes, it is true. Fourth, the red fort is made of orange sandstone. No, it is false. The given statement is false because red fort is made up of red sandstone, not orange sandstone. The fifth one, a helicopter uses rotating wings called blades to fly. True. Sixth, an ostrich can fly. We have, in the last class we have discussed the ostrich is a flightless bird. It is the tallest but flightless bird. It cannot fly. So given statement is false. Seventh one, a sound cannot travel through water. False. It can travel. Then eighth one, Thar desert is in Rajasthan. True. Thar desert is in Rajasthan. True. 9. A fish breathes through its gills. True. The breathing organ of a fish is known as gill. 10th one. A diamond is a softest substance. That is false. It is one of the hardest substance. A diamond is one of the hardest substance, not softest. Then 11th one. Stars have light of their own. It is true. They emit their own light. 12th, energy means capacity to do work. True. 13th, wings of insect have thin muscles. False. 14th one, an earthworm digs into the soil as it feeds. True. 15th, an owl is flesh-eating bird. True. And the last one, 16th, snakes shed their skin. Yes, after few age or time, the snakes shed their skin and get back a new skin. So the statement is true. So this is how we have reached to the end of syllabus for quarterly exam, and from the next session we will have the revision test. We will have the revision test for this. Okay, and you can complete up to 12 chapters in your own book, and you can learn it and prepare it for your upcoming exams. Till that time, thank you and have a nice day.